Hi everybody, it's me. I'm in Deadwood, South Dakota at Pump House Coffee, which is an old Texaco station converted into a coffee house. I want to talk today about drinking alcohol. You know, I set out on this trip 6 days ago and I said, I'm not going to have any alcohol. I'm going to go without beer or whatever. You know, and I was kind of vain in that approach. I thought, well, it'll help me lose weight. You know, it'll be very religious of me, since I come from the Bible Belt where you're not supposed to be drinking. And as a result, I spent the first 5 or 6 days of this trip you know, pretty much in isolation. It was just me and the road. Well, I got to Deadwood today and it was pouring down rain. I checked in at the campground, but it was still raining and I didn't want to put my tent up. So I came into the city, went and saw a reenactment of the shooting of Wild Bill Hickok at the old saloon number 10. Then I went to Kevin Costner's new bar here in town and I had a couple of pints of beer. Wound up in an interesting conversation with the bartender, and then I wound up at a place called the Loading Dock, had a couple of more beers, talked with the owner and the owners, a young lady and her husband who came over from St. Joseph, Michigan about 3 years ago and opened this place up. Met a couple from Boulder, Colorado. Wound up in a very, very communal fellowship with people talking and having a good time. Now here's the quandary on this. You know, this is, you know, a lot of people are just totally down on alcohol. But here is the advantage to alcohol. When you gather over drinks with complete strangers, it's amazing how you can form and develop a fellowship if you're pounding down a few brewskis. I needed this today. I needed to connect with people. I had been, excuse me, I had been 5 or 6 days and I really hadn't had a conversation. By the way, there are a lot of bikers here in Deadwood. Carry on, my young friends. Anyway, I had spent 6 days, 5-6 days, and really not had any interaction with human beings. And I bellied up to a bar, and I met interesting people. The couple from Boulder were bikers, Harley people, but they were also professional people. The couple to my right, they were from Minnesota. They too were people just out looking for adventure, like myself. We had a good conversation. So, I'm glad that I broke my what's the word I'm looking for? My self-imposed restriction not to have a beer. Probably won't have another one for another week or so, but I think it's a good idea every now and then to belly up to a bar, specifically if you are out traveling on your own, to belly up to a bar, crank up a conversation with some folks, and have that sense of belonging to the human race. Not a bad thing. And by the way, I'm digging Deadwood. It is a tourist place, but it's got a real It's got a real authenticity about it. I like Deadwood. And I like you.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me.